Hello. Blessings, everyone. How are you? Good morning, honey. So, ah, happy Sunday, by the way. I'm going to get through a few pointers on the live, so be patient with me like this, okay? Just trying to put the. Okay, we need some light in here. Before I answer, you Shaka, I want to display something here. I know for most of you, yesterday has been quite the test. A lot of you have been put to the test. Plenty of times we're going to be tested. We need to know how strong we are, what we learned from, where we came from, and who made us. A lot of you were aware that you were put to the test, okay? To see if you would fall or if you would, look backwards. It happens. So, yeah, a lot of you could be getting some sort of slight confusion, you know. Um, and it's really disturbing. It can, if you allow it to discourage you. Or we can look the other way in regards to really enhancing our growth from within us, and becoming even more enlightened and more self-aware. Okay, we have to prepare, and in order to prepare, we have to be aware. Okay, of whom, where, why, who, how. All right. I cannot stress this enough. If a lot of you are still in transformation, a lot of you, I believe God is transforming plenty and many of you at this pivotal point in time. I need you to understand as you get closer, it's going to get harder, okay? Because a lot of you internally are leveling up to your purpose, to where you're supposed to be at. If you believe for some reason you're not where you need to be, you are just right where you have to be. I believe until God basically tells you all otherwise on what to do, right? A lot of you could be internally saying, this is too good to be true. This is just a phase. This is not real. You know, I've been stuck in some sort of mindset of a portal that it's fantasy. I need to snap out of it and live reality. No, it's all so surreal and it's all true. It's like the naked eye. You really wasn't seeing what you really needed truly to see. Okay, just understand that everything is patience. God is so patient. God is slowly moving through all his people. And it's the sense of impatience that makes us anxious. And it ends up frustrating us. Okay? And it's not easy. I need a lot of you to inhale and exhale. No one said that ascending and leveling, it was going to be easy. It is difficult. You're going to have times where you break down. You're going to have times where you cry. You're going to have times where you just don't seem to understand what's going on. But I believe if you continue to ask for God to be of that service for you and to continue guiding you, I believe he'll receive or send message out to informative, supportive people that really, can guide you and support you. But in all reality, I believe that it starts with you. You cannot fail, and God will not allow it. And whoever distracts you and destroys you from God's purpose, you will not finish to hear his wrath. You will start seeing it. Okay? It's not something that's easy. A lot of people thought, oh, this was going to be so easy. No. ascending is not easy. You have to be okay with what is. You have to allow things to just happen. They have already been written, okay? God has written these things. You cannot control. It is painful, yes, we know. We know. You have to understand what caused these triggers and traumas within yourself. What allowed for you to basically feel a sense of blockage? Why do you feel blocked? Why are we not opening up? And as you get through each level, there is going to be a block in each level of ascension and being aware. Those levels is just to help you understand where the blockage is coming from, because it starts with you. God has created all of you. Okay? It can happen from inheritance, okay, or family line. If a family bloodline, soul family, does not wake up enough to guide you and to help you, they will not do good themselves. But that's only if they're part of your progress. If they were not supposed to be part of your progress, well, they will not come with you where God is taking you to. If God sees that you're not giving up, He will not give up on you. He's going to slowly but surely show you. Show you things that you have not seen or that other people have not seen before. But you have to understand your own pain and why that has to be the tool to include yourself to level up. If you're sensing silence, if you're sensing some sort of radio kind of wave, it's for a reason. The energy is heavy, and it's heavy for specific reasons. But when we feel or we see or hear a specific situation, we're going to get so angry, like God got angry, but He did not lash out. He thought. He spoke. Oh yeah, He spoke His mind. And that's okay when you need to put your foot down out of anger. Okay? Yes, Tilly. Be patient with me, collectives. We can speak our minds because we do not like deceits and betrayals and lies. We rather someone just indicate that in front of us. What is so hard if something bothers you, if you do not like something, if you enjoy something, if you like it because you believe that it's a part of you, then it was just for you. So what if people dislike a certain path or a certain way, certain objective, certain creation or attitude that you have that is so divine? That's just, God prepared you for that. God created you just perfect. So what if no one likes it? Everyone has a different purpose. Okay? Yes, Pammy. I see you, Tilly, and Pammy. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. You cannot be afraid. You cannot be scared. You have to go through these things. It is not just for you. It's for everyone else. A lot of you have to learn how to inhale and exhale. And learn that it's okay to be in your own comfort. But also understand that it's okay to socialize with other people. And the reason why we will not judge other people is because we've been there. We've been there. We've experienced already. But we can help them come out of that situation or a circumstance or a certain energy that they cannot, for some reason, relinquish. It's not to hinder or burden someone. It's not to put a title or chaos or stamp them. If you like someone, you like someone. If you don't, then separate yourself. If there's a need to separate because you believe that you cannot overcome that kind of energy, it's just too much for you, then that's also understandable. But just know at the end of the day, it's not going to stop you from getting where you need to get to. This world is not easy. There's days that you'll go without. There's days that you'll be without. What will you do? Will we fight? Will we kill? Will we become different because we don't have a certain something or a certain someone? Are we going to allow us to get destroyed? Are we going to scream on the top of our lungs? Or are we going to reflect? Are we going to go within? Are we going to go inhale and exhale? Are we going to take a freaking shower or at least a bath time for ourselves? Or rest when rest is needed? It's okay to have order, to discipline yourself so that no one receives the reaction that they believe that they were going to receive from you. Because you know yourself. You are well aware of your emotions. You are well aware of your attitude and your anger. You are well aware of what you're feeling in the pit of your stomach. When we need to go to the restroom, do we not? When we have to shower, do we not? When we have to take a rest, do we not? Is there something so important that pauses and needs to stop from making ourselves complete and whole? And if we do not have things, how do we get? If we do not have materials at the point in time, what do we do? Are we so used to easily receive? Or do we not understand that in order to get things done, you have to do it yourself? Easier said than done. Because when we don't have something, we just don't have it. Does that make us any less? Will that make us any better? Or are we going to do something about it? Do we tell ourselves, it's okay. God willing, tomorrow is a beautiful new day. I will continue there. But at least I know that I will flourish. Because I know what to do from there. Do we relinquish the bad habits? Do we let go of it? Do we ask God for help and guidance so we can transition and ascend the right way? If it is not serving you, why do you stay? If it is not benefiting you, why are you there for? If no one is being patient with you, and you're being patient with yourself, what are they learning? What have you learned? If you want respect, do we not respect our neighbors? You give out what you receive. It's quite different when it comes to a relationship. We have to give in to ourselves before we give in to our partner. We have to detach and separate before we attach and come together again and create new heights. Sometimes we end up putting the black magic on ourselves. No one's out to get you. No one's out to harm you. But if you put that in your mind, you will become your own enemy. You would deceive yourself, and you would literally block your blessings. No one can stop you from accomplishing anything you put yourself into. Why do we include people? Why do we have some sort of subjective? Why do we always believe for some reason it's something external, when something external never really causes harm physically, but it did some damage spiritually, mentally, and emotionally? But we're still standing and we're still breathing. Yet for some reason, we let it get the better of us. Trying and doing is different. Trying is trying, but there's a pause, there's a stop. Why? Because it's a level and limits and barriers of something that calls respect. Doing is something that was already done or that you're currently doing. It has not been done, so why do we manifest that into fruition? Why do we eat the energy? Why do we have it embedded in our heads, knowing that something could have been rectified right there and then, or if not rectified at all, because it was a thought that did not process in your mind, because it's not serving you. It's not part of you. It is not part of your progress. It is not something that's visually there. It is something that's thought of, thought about, spoken of, and heard about. But there is no action. There is no initiation unless spoken of. And you're manifesting that in your head. Now, I don't know if the outcome is because of attention, or just the need to startle some sort of negative energy and build up and tension, so that something does come alive and something does happen, because we are administering our energy to that instead of administering our energy to what is currently at this pivotal point in time going on in your home, in your foundation, in your domain. We are putting energy externally out, sending off negativity, and that will come back. We're giving this out. The universe gives that back. So be careful what you manifest and what you think of. And this is why I always say to currently have some sort of positivity. Think positive. We are the tool. We are the wand. We make things happen. We are our own divination. We are our own story. We open up that book. We are the book. If we create anger and animosity and malice and hatred, what do you think comes back to us? And what are we really attracting? We are attracting negativity to come right straight to us. It does not make sense. If we want positivity, what tools would you include to make things right for yourself in your life? If we are already aware, because we are the research, we are the science, if we are already aware of things that are distracting us, things that will suppress us, energy will not come back to us because it is not good for us. God will block that from you, but you have free will. So what do? We step out of that and we allow negativity to circulate back to us, not understanding what happened, A lot of you were expecting some sort of communication. A lot of you were expecting some sort of call. Yet, did we actually understand the pain? Did we actually understand the confusion? Did we? No. We allowed ourselves to block our divination, our blessings, what God has given already to us in our body as a tool. You suppress the pain instead of have taken it in and understanding what was causing the pain to come back again to begin with. That is what we call a toxic habit, a pattern. What is being provided for us that will cause us nothing but death and anger and confusion? If we know that liquor will harm the kidney, okay, why do you do it? Why do you drink liquor? It suppresses you. God has created a soul and a mind and a heart for you. And because of the pain that you're feeling, because something did not go right, something did not administer right, order wasn't given correctly, order wasn't done or planned right, what do we do out of anger? Where do we go? Where do we go to receive guidance and to receive support when we don't want to deal with this situation over and over again that we've caused ourselves? No one else. Us. Because you don't want to deal with the pain. Pain is not something that you feel, especially when you put so much time and energy into something or someone. Pain does not relinquish or is finished one day. You did not heal right. You did not take the time out to understand what was the cause of the situation. We did not ask God to guide us. Some of us did, yet we were still blinded. God has shown us so many times, stay away from something because it's going to cause you harm. It is going to cause you death. I will help you. I will cleanse of the body. I will give you a new body. I will resurrect you again. But do not cause harm to me when I have given you another chance. We go back again to the same cycle. It's us that's causing our own harm to ourselves. We choose not to be around specific people, places, and things because we know, for the most part, because of the environment, because we have already learned from it, why should we stay there? Why should we continue to be around that knowing that it's causing us harm, not to grow? We grow while people are growing. We receive support from others, wisdom from elders, and understanding. We feel that pain again the next day because we did not heal. We listen to music. It can feed you negativity depending on the music that you vibe to. You're manifesting these things. So if you're listening to music with pistols and negativity and harm, your mind is so powerful. Do you not understand that you are your own abundance? You are what you manifest. You are what makes happen. These wounds will continue to open, yes, because you're not understanding. We are running. We're running. That's all we're doing. But we have to face. A lot of you say nay and yay, yay, I want to ascend. Yeah, I want to become a better me. You can. You have to discipline yourself. How can you stand or stand near God when you are not purified? When you are not disciplined yourself, God guides you, He heals you. He says, take my hand, I will show you the way. But are we really receiving? Are we really hearing? Are we? He has presented so much to us, yet we stick to what we believe we know. And some of these things that we know is not right. So why are we not searching? Why are we not opening up books? It gives us knowledge and a sense of empowerment and fulfillment. We are so used to doing these things and not used to doing them ourselves internally because we receive these things so easily. When things come to you so easy, does it not end so quickly? It does. Because we did not understand the value of it. We didn't understand the worth of it. We didn't take care of it like we did that of a child. Because it was so fragile. And yet, we have a tendency sometimes to remain so fooled. We should be rejoicing every day. The sense of enlightenment and empowerment is within us. We should just be feeling what we feel because it's how God created us to be. It is okay to cry. It is okay to say, I need a rest. It is okay to say, I am not feeling well, Father. What do I need? What do I need on a health basis to allow myself to feel a little better? Or should I administer to something that is so quick and easy for me? And then I'm going to feel confused or not right the next day. And it's going to be the same pattern over and over again. You have to believe in yourselves. We have to remain whole. If you want to affirm the things that you believe that you need in your life, you can do that. We have to say it over and over and over and over and over again. But we have to know that we are also purified internally before we go ahead and affirm and manifest. The universe will not work with you if the universe sees that you have not changed. So affirming and manifesting will be for nothing. You need to reflect first on the past. Even if you have to write it down and say, did I change this about myself? Did I relinquish this? Did I let this go? Is it still hurting me? What must I do to face it? Even if it takes time, Father, I will do it because I want this abundance. I want to manifest. I have to think positive. I have to steer away from what will hinder me and cause me chaos or distraction or a sense of discouragement. I have to accept what is. I have to accept things are to be what? In order. Things are to be administered correctly. And there's things that I cannot control. So why hold on to it? It would only weigh you down energetically. It would not make you feel free. You want to feel free, you have to know how to be free. No one's here to fight you, to be against you. If we can give other people experiences that are positive, why would they not want to be around you? Why would they not want to learn from you? Why would they not want to know? How are you feeling this way? How are you becoming this way? What are you doing that's enlightening you? And you just got to let go of what you know is not good for your body. What you know is not good for you. What you know that's been holding you back. and that's been basically weighing heavy on you, you should not be confused by negativity, because God shows you that right in front of you. You should not be confused about other people's sense of confusion, just to make sure that they are understanding what's the cause of them being a specific way. Is it out of anger? Is it frustration? Is there guilt? Is there resentment? Is there something that needs to be said? And Father, who do I need to say it to if not your people? Is there someone personal that I need to face, that I need to speak to? Is this what's going to make me feel good again? And God does speak to you all. He will tell you yes. I am not saying as you continue to level up on a personal basis with God that you're not going to feel that. You will. That you're not going to feel a headache. This is just your body talking to you. It's letting you know that you're doing just right. And you're taking that pain with you. Even if you have to drag, even if it's a struggle, you can do it. The universe sees that. God sees that. He's going to be proud. You think that he will not give you more. He will administer more to you because you learned. You learned from your old ways. You relinquished your own patterns. You relinquished your own bad habits. Even if people will not tell you they don't like you, do we not feel it? Do we not sense uncomfortability? Or do we make such a big deal of it? Do we not move away from that energy when we're sensing it? We know something is not right. If it's not right with us, then we know it's bothersome to someone else. Do we not respect that space and that energy? Or do we make a rage and rant over it and say, do you not like me? Do you have a problem with me? No, we don't. We are to exit. Fire and fire does not go well with each other. You be the better person to understand if something is not right and is causing uncomfortability. That is God's way, your body's way of telling you, exit. Exit. God's not saying you cannot help his people. He's not saying you cannot give and serve order to his people or give them a sense of acknowledgement to his people. No. You just need to know and be aware of what's around you. Is it good for you? Will it do me harm if I continue to stay? Am I putting a band-aid on it? Am I saying, you know what, the next day it's going to be great? This person's going to be great. And it's a negative situation upon the negative situation. The potential thereof, the nothing really taking base action of, if not putting yourself into a deeper, deeper, deeper hole. The more we are alert, the more we are aware, the more we level up. The more we balance ourselves, the more we give balance. The more we will have a tendency to utilize some sort of healing method within us. Around all of you. Just accept it. We have to be of an acceptance. And we have to release these blockages. Because that's what's stopping you from what God created. It's stopping you because you have free will. You have free will because you've chose to do these things. Because you believed for some reason it was okay, but if not, it was just hindering you. Causing even a huge, huge, huge impact and blockage in your life. And that has a lot to do with fear on specific matters. Even in the past, it can affect you as you continue to grow. Some sort of trauma or trigger that affected you that you're not facing. You have to face it. And God will continue to allow you to grow and exceed beyond measures. Okay, collectives. When will I be back on? Probably like 1 p.m. 1 p.m. EST. But I'm also reflecting collectives. I'm also going within. I'm not perfect, but God made us perfect. So we should see ourselves as perfect. A perfect projection of God. Okay? So Tilly and Pammy, you can message me on the back end if you like, because I have a feeling that it's a quite dire situation, okay? And it's something that basically needs to be balanced, and should not be displayed in public or publicized. I believe that more informative information should be given to you both the right way, the correct way, okay? Yes. I cannot I cannot force people to want to receive a method of healing, and I will not enforce that. But it can happen. But you have to be willing to receive that healing, and also have the strength and the ability to surrender and just be ready to start anew again. A lot of people are not ready, and that's okay. You don't have to be. I'm not forcing. And those that obviously that have been ready, well, I believe their life has been okay or doing good, because they are becoming guided. And they are very well enlightened and aware now of what to do, and things that have changed in their life all of a sudden. So I cannot force any of you, but God will guide you all, and you will understand. You'll understand what's going on, because all of you are God's promise. All of you are God's children. So it shall be done. God is forever slowly patient. So you have to work with Him in order for Him to work with you. You also have to be very, very disciplined and patient, because what's being administered within you, it's beautiful. And anything beautiful and viable and worthy, that takes time, because time is key. Time is a creation. God is love and He is time. He's all about timing. It would only be God's creation, different in all of you, but for a reason. Shed light where light needs to be shed upon. The energy that exudes within all of you and around you. A lot of you see different colors. Learn to utilize that. You'll see the strength in it. How you say we're all about matter. And I know a lot of science people know what I'm talking about. But yeah. And they would only get harder, Casey. Something that's worth it. It's not something that's easy to live by or overcome. And someone that's worth it. Let me know when they do not give you a hard time, because that's just someone that does not want to put in the work anymore when it comes to you. So someone that understands that you matter, they don't care what must be done. They will still put the hard work for it. And they will not give up. No matter how many headaches or how many sleepless nights you have, only you can understand your person, no one else. Because God created your person for you. And there's a reason to the connection. And no one can separate that but God. Especially if it's written. If it's your soulmate, well, you cannot be separated for long. The person will come back to you. There's reasonings why, like I said, there has to be separations. It's only allowing you to grow more. Even if barriers and limitations are placed in place, thank you, Father, you will still come back together. They would want to run. Who would not want to run? Love is so strong. God is love, so how many people face God? How many people face that sun that God created? Not one. Now, do we understand why we run? That's the problem. We do not stick in time to see what we're facing because it's so strong. Why would God allow you to face something so beautiful of a creation and you not slowly be patient about it and wait till you grow enough for you to truly see the face that you're supposed to see, and enough for you to take enough energy that you're supposed to transition with? I cannot stress this enough, collectives. If we want someone to love us, we have to put in the energy within ourselves to ourselves. We have to show someone how to love us. We have to allow someone to open up and see what they are not doing. What have they missed? What they're not understanding. We are not their mother or their father. But if it's not serving you, why do you stay? It's okay to be in a relationship. But if it's not serving you, and you're still in a relationship, and you're not attached, you are separated, but under one foundation, you think that your partner does not know that something's awful wrong. You think that your partner will be well aware that something has to change. Something has to become stronger. The separation sometimes can strengthen us. The love is what makes us. But we have to see that. We should value ourselves more than anything else. We should also understand and honor what made us this way. And we should respect it. You shall not cut off the hand that feeds you and what has been fed to you. And all we do is basically take it in, and we grow with it, if it benefited us. If it did not, do we not go to the restroom and release of anything that does not serve us? Correct, right? So what makes you think that God does not work with you and release anything that does not serve you? We know that something's not right with us. Our partner, let's say for example, tells us about it. Something's not right, honey. Oh, okay. He knows he cannot change that about you. It is something that you have to release and relinquish from. Enough for him to know that you care enough. about yourself so he can continue caring of you and about you. And if he does not see you do not care about yourself enough, after he said what he said, what makes you think he's going to care more? You did not respect. You did not acknowledge. You did not understand why. But yet, for some reason, he still stood by your side. He knew some way, somehow, you're changing. And that part about you that does not serve you will change too, or will have to change. I will wait. Because I care. And because I am concerned. And because she is concerned of me the way I am concerned of her. So we shall grow with one another. Both of our times will be different timings. But at least we respect that because we are aware of that. And at least we remain humble because we are acknowledged and aware that we will grow some way, somehow. How God wants us to grow and to be. Have we not established ourselves? Have we made whole of who we are before we can make whole of someone else? What do they not see that I can see? What do I see from them that they cannot see from me? What do I see from them that I cannot see of myself? Am I really allowing to see? Or am I putting this mask? Am I blind in my eye? We have the free will to do what we want. No one will stop you. This world has restrictions already, so why put more restrictions on us? Alright, collectives, I'll be back. And Tilly and Pammy messaged me. There's a reason as to why you need to speak to me. But speaking should be the right way. Informative. Okay, blessings, guys.